Hi guys, welcome to Golden Eye. Today in this reading we are covering a new topic of comparative statement. Comparative analysis is the widely used tool to analyze financial statement. There are two types of comparative statement. First is comparative income statement, second is comparative balance sheet. Comparative balance sheet not only provides the state of assets or liabilities in different time periods, but also provides the changes that have taken place in individually assets or liabilities during accounting period. There are few items which we have to consider when analyzing a comparative balance sheet. The first point which we have to see, the present financial or liquidity position of the business. Second point is financial position of the business in long run. Third point is profitability of the business. Let's understand steps in preparing a comparative balance sheet. Determine absolute value of assets and liabilities. Second is determine absolute changes in the items of balance sheet. Third is calculate percentage change in the assets and liabilities by comparing current year value with value of previous accounting periods. Let's understand the question. Particulars: previous year, current year. Equity and liabilities. Shareholders fund. Under this, A. Share capital 5,600 for previous year, 6,600 for current year. B. Reserves and surplus 2,000 for previous year, 2,800 for current year. Second, non-current liabilities. Under this, long-term borrowings 1,200 for previous year, 1,020 for current year. 3. Current liabilities. A. Short-term borrowings 1,200 for previous year, 1,720 for current year. B. Trade payables 500 for previous year, 860 for current year. So total of previous year liability is 10,500 and total of current year liability is 13,000. Assets. First is non-current assets 4,260 for previous year, 7,260 for current year. Next is current assets. Under this, A. Inventory 3,000 for previous year, 2,200 for current year. B. Trade receivables 2,560 for previous year, 2,800 for current year. C. Cash and cash equivalents 680 for previous year, 740 for current year. Prepare a comparative statement for the year 2019-20 from the above balance sheet. Let's understand the answer. Comparative balance sheet as at 2019-20. Particulars. There are few columns. We have given name to these columns. This column name is P, previous year. Next is Q, current year. Absolute change. Column R is equal to Q minus P. Q is current year, P is previous year. If we deduct current year minus previous year, then we get absolute change. Next is percentage change. Column S is equal to R divide P. R is absolute change, P is previous year. If we divide absolute change by previous year, then we get percentage change. Equity and liabilities. Shareholders fund. Under this, share capital. So previous year share capital is 5,600. Current year share capital is 6,600. And now we have to calculate absolute change. So how we calculate? Current year minus previous year. So current year share capital is 6,600 minus 5,600. Then we get 1,000 rupees as absolute change. Now we have to calculate percentage change. We divide absolute change by previous year. Then we get percentage change. Absolute change is 1,000. Previous year is 5,600. So 1,000 divide 5,600 into 100 is equal to 17.85%. It means share capital has increased from 17.85%. Next is reserves and surplus. Previous year reserves and surplus is 2,000. Current year is 2,800. Now we have to calculate absolute change. Now deduct 2,800 minus 2,000. Then we get 800 as a absolute change. What is the formula of calculating percentage column? Absolute change divide previous year into 100. Then we get percentage change. So 800 is the absolute change. Divide previous year 2000 into 100. Then we get 40%. It means reserves and surplus has increased from 40%. Next head is non-current liabilities. Under this, long-term borrowings. So previous year long-term borrowing is 1200, current year borrowing is 1020, and now we have to calculate absolute change. How we calculate? Current year minus previous year. 1020 minus 1200, then we get negative 180 as absolute change. Now we have to calculate percentage change. What is the formula? Absolute change divide previous year into 100. Absolute change is negative 180, previous year is 1200 into 100, then we get 15% negative. Next head is current liabilities. Under this, short-term borrowings. So previous year short-term borrowing is 1200, current year short-term borrowing is 1720, then we get absolute change. How we get? Current year short-term borrowings 1720 minus 1200, then we get 520 as a absolute change. Now we have to calculate percentage change. How we calculate? Absolute change divide previous year. So what is the absolute change? 520 divide previous year, 1200 into 100 is equal to 43.333%. It means short-term borrowings has increased from 43.33%. Next is trade payables. So previous year trade payables is 500, current year trade payables is 860. 860 minus 500 is equal to 360. And next, percentage change. So percentage change formula is absolute change divide previous year. So absolute change is 360 divide previous year is 500. So 360 divide 500 into 100 is equal to 72%. It means trade payables has increased from 72%. Total of previous year liability is 10,500 and total of current year liability is 13,000. Assets, non-current assets. Previous year non-current assets is 4,260 and current year non-current assets is 7,260. Absolute change 7,260 minus 4,260, then we get 3,000 rupees as absolute change. Now we have to calculate percentage change. So formula is absolute change divide previous year into 100. Absolute change is 3,000, previous year 4,260. So 3000 divide 4260 into 100 is equal to 70%. It means our non-current assets has increased from 70%. Next head is current assets. A. Inventory. Previous year inventory is 3000, current year inventory is 2200. Absolute change. Then we deduct 2200 from 3000, then we get negative 800 as a absolute change. So negative 800 absolute change divide previous year 3000 into 100 is equal to 27% negative. It means inventory has reduced from 27%. Next is trade receivables. Previous year trade receivable is 2560, current year trade receivable is 2800. Then absolute change is 240. 2800 minus 2560, then we get 240. Now percentage change. Absolute change 240 divide 2560 previous year into 100, then we get 9.3%. Next is cash and cash equivalent. Previous year cash and cash equivalent is 680, current year cash and cash equivalent is 740. Then absolute change current year minus previous year. So current year 740 minus 680 is equal to 60. Now percentage change. So formula is absolute change divide previous year. Absolute change is 60 divide previous year 680 into 100 is equal to 9%. So total of previous year assets is 10,500 and total of current year asset side is 13,000. In the next video we will discuss about common size statement. And now that this is done, if you have any doubt, then please let me know in the comment section. Thank you.